A-T. It's in the name.
Welcome into the Helping Healing Humor with Ben and Travis podcast. On today's episode, we have the dodgeball legend himself, Will Mahan, on, and we're going to talk and review what was the Tony Pop Rogers Stayin Alive Disco Dodgeball Tournament for St. Jude 2025. I just love the long name.
Longest name ever.
Yeah, it's awesome for our office people that listen or watch the show. You'll get the joke there, but we'll talk about that right after this important message. This episode of the Helping Healing Humor with Ben and Travis podcast is brought to you by the Heritage event featuring 8 Oats, Saturday, August 23rd at the Renaissance Shoals Conference Center. This show kicks off at 7 p.m., doors open at 6:15, and table sponsors enjoy an exclusive dinner starting at 5 p.m. Reserve your table of 10, explore a variety of sponsorship opportunities, or grab your general admission tickets today. Contact Tammy Dial at tdial, D-I-A-L, at hcu.edu or visit www.hcu.edu for more info. I'm Travis Creasy, the pulpit minister at Westgate Church of Christ. That's All-Pro Counselor Ben Hayes with Marshall Bible School, Highland Park, Church of Christ, 3-Chord Count, all the stuff, man. All the stuff, got plenty going on. That's not even mention that he has 5 kiddos that he's keeping tabs on and raising the Lord. Ben, how's it going, man?
It's going good. I'm not going to lie. It was a little hard to get out of bed this morning. And I didn't even play dodgeball. I just watched. But it was just a long weekend. We had the first football game, Jamboree Thursday night. Then we had show choir Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday afternoon, dodgeball tournament in there somewhere. My daughter's drink truck. I mean, there was plenty of things to do all weekend.
Did you mention show choir?
Yeah, like over and over and over again. And I took a bunch of pictures at show choir, so I've been working on those at night. So it's just been a weekend. So I was glad to have a little break, but did not want to get out of bed. How was that 30-mile journey yesterday, Will?
Yeah, it was good. I guess youth ministry has turned into graduating people, let them get married, come back and go, hey, let's hop on a bike for 30 miles before worship. So did that with a couple of our young adults, but had a great weekend. Things went really well. Got to hang out with a lot of cool people. So coffee I hated coffee as a kid, as a teenager, but it has become a drug of my adulthood.
I'm thankful my daughter has a coffee truck now because
I was about to say
she wakes up in the morning and has me a cup of coffee ready to go.
For Ben's introduction, we need to add food truck connoisseur as well because he's running a food truck.
I'm not, but I'm just the driver and the setter-upper. So
there has to be a benefit at some point, right?
He's working for a food truck. That's exactly what he's doing.
Right. That's exactly right.
Yeah, without have a benefit at some point of all the work that you put in on the drink truck, and getting some nice little drinks off of it has to be one of those at some point. Will, you, as we kind of jump into the dodgeball thoughts here, you got another golden wrench. So you got that going for you.
3.
We lost the year 1 with the Defenders of Equal Rights. We got beat in game 5, but we have taken it back the past 3 years. So everybody was pumped. The joy you get out of taking a spray painted golden wrench and wrenching it onto your bookcase in your youth room.
That bookcase is going to fall if you ain't careful.
Apparently there's some joy that teenage boys get out of that. So
that's the goal.
That is the goal, and it has been accomplished. So it went really well. It was thought we had a great turnout. It's been a lot of fun each year, and just we've had new groups kind of jump in and be a part of it. I know Rogersville showed up and brought some this year. So our guys love it. One of our high school guys, he is starting college in a couple weeks. He goes, do you think they'll let me come back next year with my own team? He was like, this is my favorite thing of the whole year. I'm going, we go to the beach, we go to, CYC, there's all these things. And it's like,
but a golden wrench.
That Tony Pop dodgeball tournament is, highlight of the year in his mind.
I can't disagree with him. I cannot disagree with him. I know maybe recency bias. I know you had the half court shot a few years ago, but I think this year's tournament, and I know it's fresh on my mind, but I think the intensity level might be the highest it's ever been throughout the entire. Every team was out for blood, and of course, our top 2 seeds get bounced. One of those being a little friendly fire. The Highland Park Youth Group sends the Braves Bros packing with another Will Mahan half quarter.
So we got
Bill Mine.
Oh, Mahan's done it! And Mahan! No way! Mahan! And the beast is done.
The worst thing about that whole moment that Blake's not going to let me live down, until next year, is I walked up to him and I said, "Hey, we've already won the youth division, so we've already got the golden wrench. Maybe we should just let y'all win, and then y'all go win the adult one, and then Highland Park
Sweeps it.
Like they win the adult division, they win the youth division." He was like, "Oh yeah, that'd be cool." And then he goes, "What happened to that, Will?" And I go, "Blake, it was 4-on-2. I went back and looked at the video, and I didn't realize that it was me and Henry. And Henry was a good player, but he wasn't the guy that was just throwing 90-mile-an-hour fastballs at everybody. Yeah. And so I was going, we're done because I can't dodge it. So I'm just going to chunk these, and the first one bangs right in. And of course, I went back and watched the video, and they're throwing dodgeballs at the ground, and they're ticked off. And I thought, well, that's not going to go well. And then Blake didn't even show up to church yesterday. Yeah, he went somewhere else.
Done.
So I texted him and said, he's like, "I need you to do announcements." And I said, "Only if you're going to stay a member at Highland Park." And his only response was, "You threw the dodgeball, Will. You threw it." So,
well, it did give me my greatest announcing moment ever. I can hang it up. I never have to announce again. So that was awesome. The top 2 seeds, like I said, so we do the round robin. We let everybody play everybody. And the top 2 seeds got a bye because we had 6 teams. And they get byes only to get bounced.
And both of them got bounced. It was the same thing for Strap Outlaw team. They got bounced because of some shots that were made.
Yeah, this was the first. Normally, we've had 1 per year. Yeah, and I don't even know if we had any last year. And this year we had 3.
Yeah.
Which was just crazy.
It affected them big time because, no offense, they were probably the best team on the court. They were solid.
Yeah,
there were some athletes. Yeah. Strap Outlaw they brought the thunder, and I thought nobody's, beating this team in this tournament. And then they get ousted because of the basketball.
The pins and the goals, man. Like the round robin, we don't have those, and then we introduce them throughout the rounds in the actual tournament. And every year,
it's a leveler of the play.
Brings it down. Yeah.
And it's if you can figure out, because we don't play with the child abuse dodgeballs, and so the ones that we throw, like, they curve.
Yeah.
And so you can't just throw it right at. But if you figure it out, it's
hard to catch.
There were some people throwing like curveballs that were going from almost one side of the court all the way to the other. It gets some crazy
little sidearm deals. Some of those guys were getting the sidearm going, the submarine, and that thing comes up. It's hard to catch. That was really impressive about Blake. If we can talk good things about Blake for once, he could catch the ball. There was a couple of times I think I said on commentary, you guys should stop throwing it at Blake because he's not playing around.
No, he could snag it, and there was a couple of times. Of course, Stana got hit in the face.
Woo! Nice.
But there was a couple of times
by Carson Hupel.
Yeah,
Carson Hupel is the one. We're going to say that 1,000 more times, but he's the one that hit Stana in the face.
And he also put some other children out off the other team. So just FYI. But there was a couple other kids almost took them from other people. Like walking in and out, coming through that little foyer area. Yeah. I saw a couple of little ones nearly get knocked out with. I
think Bradley got hit. He was in his wheelchair over by the the announcers table where y'all were.
It's not the dodgeball tournament until Bradley gets hit. That's what I think.
He did. When I walked in, he was pointing to a shirt. You know, if you're watching, it's the logo, the Stayin Alive Disco Dodgeball. And I just looked at him and said, "I'm going to hit you as hard as I can."
Yeah,
that's all I want to do today. You know, so. But it was good to see him out and about too.
That was awesome.
You know,
did you ever figure out how he hit Stana? Like, what happened? Did it curve? I mean, she was pretty much off the court,
completely off the court
behind us.
So he says he was aiming at a guy that was running to half court, the corner, and he's over here.
Had to have been the very corner.
And I was like, I just think you're that terrible.
I think Will saw it in his eyes. I'm getting back. I'm getting Stana back. I mean, the best part to me is if you watch the video, it looks like Ben ducks out of the way.
I did.
And lets his daughter get hit, but I don't think you knew she was back there.
I mean, she had been talking to me off and on all morning. So like, I'm trying to, pay attention to the screen, and she's talking to me. I'm like, yeah, hang on. And I'm talking, and I get watching action, and I forget she's back there. She's like, I just said something to you. I was like, yeah, but I'm not really paying attention. And so I see the ball coming, and all I'm thinking is I'm still trying to figure out if my arm's broken from the Rogersville event, and I'm not throwing my hand up there, and I just kind of do this and watch it go by my face, and I keep on talking, and then I see Carson run back there like apologizing to something, and I look and I said, that hit you? And she's like smiling, and then her smile just drops into like big tears rolling down her face, and like, it hit me right in the face, and she's done. And but she was fine. She started laughing pretty soon after. But
couldn't have happened to a better person.
Then the video gets me saying, "Nice,
nice." Yeah, that made it even better. Was your little commentary of that was amazing. Yeah.
My mom was like, "When did Ben realize she was back there? Because you're like dancing, doing something with your hair or something."
Well, I was telling him this, like, keep it out of this area. That was what I tried. So in my mind, I thought, well, I tried to like knock it off the camera. Then when I went back and watched the replay, I was like, nah, I totally ducked out of the way.
Yeah.
Oh, and man. So the guy I ducked, and she took it straight to the face. So.
Well, I would love to have a total raised. I don't. Yesterday was a pretty packed day, church and all. I'm sure you guys can associate. But hopefully I'll have that by the end of today, and there'll be some announcement on Tuesday about how much we raised. I think it's well over $1,000, maybe approaching $1,500 is my initial guesstimate at that. And of course, all of this fund is in an effort to raise money for St. Jude, who does a lot of good work in childhood cancer. It's not above us to come up with the most goofy way possible to raise money. We may be looking at doing some other events before December rolls around. Ben and I both are trying to raise $4,000 apiece. Of course, Will's instrumental in helping us do that as well, getting teams for dodgeball, and comes and hangs out on most of those weekends. And every once in a while gets out there and runs. Somebody was asking me yesterday how far I run, and I was like, as little distance as I can, like the lowest amount of mileage possible. Got my first run down here in Dothan. I call it a run. It's a jog. I barely get above a jog, but hey, I'm moving. I'm lapping the person on the couch.
Right.
We're both
me currently, so that's that works.
And we're both obviously still raising money. The link will be down in the description. You can click on that. It'll take you to Team Ben and Travis, and you can pick who you want to donate for. I'm trailing currently. I think I'm about $200 short from Ben. He's pushing $1,000 on that, and
got us all beat at like 2,000.
2,000. So we're all working towards it. Dodgeball's a great, a fun time. Of course, I'm going to get in trouble if I don't mention that Riverside won the whole tournament. I think Riverside and Highland Park have won every one of the tournaments.
Every one of them, yeah.
Who have we sent anybody else with a golden wrench other than Riverside or Highland Park?
Riverside's youth beat us year one, and then
I think there was just one that year, one wrench that year, because I think we had just one
just did
for the whole
group.
tournament.
Yeah,
and then then we've had an adult.
Yeah.
and
Mhm.
youth division, which
And I think Blake and them have won it every year in that side.
they've won a couple of them
So-
at least. Yeah.
Now, the coolest thing I think about all this is a small part of a bigger goal, which is what y'all are mentioning with St. Jude. But we have raised over the past how many years? How
Oh, man, I'd have to go back and
six?
look.
No, it's probably close to 8 years.
Yeah.
And we've raised probably over $60,000
Yeah.
for St. Jude, and all of this is just a part of
part
that,
of it.
which is a really cool thing.
Can you still sign up to run with us? I'm not sure if that's
Yes, I think so. I hope so.
Still
I still
registered.
got Destin up. So
Yeah,
And
the
show up and run.
heroes are done.
yeah,
But the cool part about it too is I know the half marathon, all that stuff, you're paying like $100 to $125, and that money is
goes
still
to, yeah.
going
Yeah.
to St. Jude.
Yeah.
Memphis does a great job.
And you can still raise money.
And you can. You don't have to commit to raising a certain amount, but you can raise whatever you want.
Right.
You can raise from me and Ben, is what I'm thinking.
If I can give the disclaimer to our audience, these guys have signed up to raise $4,000, and if they don't raise the $4,000, their bank account gets hit by St. Jude.
Yes.
The rest of the $4,000. Big, and that's
And,
not.
and I'm living on faith at this point.
Yes.
my bank account doesn't need to get hit for $4,000.
But if you've never been a part of St. Jude or this weekend, which a lot of our audience probably hasn't, they've definitely helped us. But it's just one of the most incredible weekends that you could ever imagine.
It is just cool all the way around. I mean, it's awesome to help, but it's like seeing the kids out there cheering. I mean, you got parents who've lost kids who are still out there cheering,
who are running,
who are running. Mm-hmm. You got patients, people who've either been previous patients, maybe some that already are still are, and they're running. It's just really motivational, and it'll hit you in all the feels if you're not careful. So,
and if a bunch of people give $10,
we're there.
It goes.
Yeah, and I'm glad you mentioned that. A $5 plus donation gets you entered to win some free Ben and Travis merch. A donation towards mine. I'm sure Ben would be fine. If somebody donated anything above $5, he would give buy a Ben and Travis shirt or something for whoever's out there. If I hit 2,000 by August the 20th, I will run once again as Forrest Gump, the running of the Gumps.
It's worth you giving enough money for that. Please don't make him miss out on being Forrest Gump.
They all enjoy watching me run as Forrest Gump. The people there all want to take pictures.
I love it.
Yeah, I'd love to do that. We're closing in, and like I said, I'll try to update where we're at. 3,000. If I hit 3,000, one of the people who've donated to my run, you'll all get to put an outfit on the wheel of will, and we will spin it, and whatever it lands on, I will run in that outfit.
Isn't there a rumor that's going around a group text that someone may even end up with like a tattoo?
Yes.
I don't think it's a rumor. I think he's put it out there already.
I don't know if it's. I didn't know if it's. I wasn't going to out anybody.
If we hit $4,000, if I get my total raised by August 20th, I will get the Proverbs 3:3 tattoo that I've been wanting to get to commemorate and being in remission from leukemia. So 8/20, that is Wednesday. So this comes out, you're going to have around 24 hours to get that done. And like I said, I'm sitting at like 7:30-ish right now. So
let's go.
Got to hustle. But yes, I would like to keep the Forrest Gump tradition alive.
Yeah, I think we need that one
because that's fun. So let's get to 2,000, and then we'll talk about the rest.
Okay, 2,000. And if you were at the dodgeball tournament and you happen to know where the green dodgeball is, we are looking for it still.
I bet the Riverside people stole it.
I think they must have, because I looked all through the gym, upstairs, downstairs. I looked in the parking lot. I have not been able to find the green dodgeball anywhere. So if you know of its whereabouts,
probably in my stuff.
It may be.
It's in Dothan or Fayetteville. That's where it is.
I have not found it, so we may be one dodgeball short next year, if not.
Well, fellas, anything we've left out? We've got the Stana getting blasted in the face, Will and 2 other half court shots to win. I think maybe a couple. I know that was an elimination. You eliminated the Braves Bros with the shot heard around the world.
Riverside eliminated Striped Outlaw. By the way, thanks to Josh for
all
being
our sponsors. Yeah, way to go, Will's clutch, man. It's like his name should be on this podcast.
I've got 6 ratchet straps in my Jeep because of, and that's a great product, great stuff. So if you're looking for a gift for that man or woman, you can never have too many ratchet straps in my mind.
Racked them up. I got some too.
I bought the little thicker ones this year. I had some thin ones last year. Bought thicker ones. Bought 3 boxes of just their regular ratchet strap to do for like men's gifts or Dirty Santa gifts or something like that. Of course, thanks to Destin Refresh bringing the trailer out to Clear Choice Windows, to Studio 23, to Jot, and we may have failed to mention this, but Men's Health also donated and helped us out. I don't know if we got that onto the live stream, so I apologize.
I said it.
Said it. You said it. Okay. All right, good. I thought we might have missed that one. They donated. I may have said Studio 23 already, but we had a bunch of people that just said, hey, here, look, we'll give some money to help out with it. And all that money goes to St. Jude. Our aunts donated the food and drinks and stuff, and that helped to get us going. Luke Krieger over at Alpha helped us out with getting our insurance that we have to have for things like this in case somebody's face gets hit with a dodgeball, Carson. And so, those sorts of things.
Carson, you're the reason we have to have liability.
Exactly.
I appreciate Will donating his arm to not to science, but to dodgeball.
Somebody did say, one of the teenage boys goes, is this the way baseball pitchers feel after they pitch a game? And I said, yes.
Yeah.
They go, man, that's got to stink.
And of course, Mars Hill for having us
Mars
too.
Hill.
So
the MVP I learned later is a college pitcher, the guy with the
well, that helps.
The golden glasses. So I did not know that at the time. He was bringing the funk. But I think he got caught a couple of times, so that's impressive.
That was an unfair advantage.
That was impressive.
Yeah. Well, get all the information about this, benandtravis.com/dodgeball. You can still donate, and you will be able to donate through December. But if you want to see me get that tattoo, run as Forrest Gump, or pick out my outfit, you got till Wednesday. I'll give the full day, 8/20, 25. Let's get on it. That would make me very happy to get a little closer to the goal for sure. But guys, I appreciate it. Will, ice that arm up.
You bet.
Let's drain some more half quarters next year.
Sounds great. Looking forward to it.
Same weekend, I guess, in August, right?
Yeah, pretty close. We may want to talk. We'll let y'all know when we're going to do it. Sounds good.
We'll see you guys later. Have a good day.
Thanks for being with us for this episode of the Helping Healing Humor podcast. Be sure to download our free ebook, 28 Days of Focused Living, at benandtravis.com and receive all of our Helping Healing and Humor extra content directly in your inbox. We look forward to having you join us at the same Ben and Travis time, same Ben and Travis channel.